What's going on, y'all? Your boy Darius here back here for another video, and this time we are here for a new Rockstars video today. And in this one I'm going to go ahead and put like a possible spoiler warning up, because new Rockstars says that they have figured out the secret cameo in Marvel's Fantastic Four First Steps movie that's coming out next year. Now, if you don't know, recently, I want to say like earlier this week or late last week, a picture emerged of, or like a video emerged of people on set of the Fantastic Four MCU movie, right? First Steps, leading someone with like a cloak over their head so that they wouldn't be seen by cameras and paparazzi, whoever, like hurting someone so that they wouldn't be seen. So now it got the internet just going like, wait a minute, who is that? Who would they not want us to know is in this movie? What's going on? Who is it? And it seems like maybe new Rockstars have figured it out. I don't know how. I don't know what they're going to be looking at in order to figure this out. But we're going to see what they have here. And we're going to decide, is there some merit here? Or is it all just speculative BS? So like I said, in case this happens to be true, right? In case this happens to be legit, I'm putting a possible spoiler warning up. You have been warned. If you don't want to even think about this or anything like that, I will not fault you. All right? Just make sure before you go, click thumbs up at least. Subscribe if you haven't already. All right, help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Okay, do that anyway. Whether you're gonna leave because of spoilers, you're gonna watch the whole thing. Do that anyway. Okay, so be interesting to see what happens here. Without further ado, let's get it. Hi, Eric.
Fantastic Four First Steps is hiding a mystery cameo.
I know.
In a censored rap party photo of Pedro Pascal.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Figured out exactly who this
I didn't see that.
But also, we spent way too much time of in-depth social media investigation to deduce the
I did not see that picture.
context and timeline in which this photo was taken and censored by whom, and then screen grabbed and shared for us to find it. And while this video is going to come off as some obsessive episodia,
Yeah.
that no one in the right mind has asked for or
Right.
should be doing, we
Yeah.
are still going to present this full research process to you, dear viewer, so that you can see the lengths New Rockstars is willing to go to on a daily basis
Oh.
to provide you the nerdy insights.
Yeah,
you love.
just for
And in this
content,
case,
I know.
to fully explain
I get it.
why we can actually look forward to a Marvel Studios Fantastic Four First Steps film featuring the full Council of Reeds. Every version of Reed Richards that we have seen from across the
I think that's gonna. I don't know about the real old one, like the Roger Corman one,
unnecessary.
but I think like all.
Grab something from our merch store, nerdride.shop, all of which makes
I think
it
it's
perfect
I think it's
holiday
too
gift
likely we're gonna
option
see
for
Young
Doom,
Grufford, Miles Teller, John Krasinski. I think we're gonna see that, whether it's in this movie or it's in Secret Wars. Okay, let's lock in.
To Twitter or X on November 30th. On the same day,
It's Twitter.
Fantastic Four First Steps was reported to have wrapped production.
Right.
In this photo, Pedro Pascal sits beside a mystery figure whose face has been obscured with a digital blur effect, and an animated crown has been added atop their head. We feel confident that this is from the Fantastic Four First Steps wrap party, because
Right.
in the background on the right, there is someone wearing the Four logo hat.
Okay.
Production for this film had recently shifted to Oviedo, Spain, and now reportedly this wrap party took place back in London on Saturday.
Maybe it is
November
young.
30th. This photo was posted to Twitter initially by an account called Cedar Stacks, which
Okay.
seems to be a Vanessa Kirby fan account.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think this account expected to get this much attention, because when various Fantastic Four related accounts began to repost it, this
Gotcha.
account initially tried to keep up with the replies, but eventually just kind of had to
Yeah,
move on.
he blew
At
up.
first, they confirmed to one reply that they saw the post that day, meaning on November 30th. Then, when questioned about the source, this account said that they didn't know when the photo was taken and wasn't
Oh.
and they also claimed that the photo was originally posted by someone that they had been following for months, but that they didn't want to blow up some random civilian's Instagram. But
Gotcha.
This isn't any random civilian. It's someone who was in the rap party.
Right, someone was in the room.
Fantastic Four First Steps, sitting across the table.
Someone
from
took the
Pascal.
picture.
So this means that this Twitter Vanessa Kirby fan account has another account on Instagram where they follow someone connected to the Fantastic Four production.
Gotcha.
Someone who posted this shot of Pedro Pascal as an Instagram story and then edited the photo to blur out the face and add the crown.
Of course.
Analyze who this mystery face is, who
Yeah.
they took a photo of. Immediately, fans jump to the conclusion that it must be Robert Downey Jr., who is expected to join this cast as Victor Von Doom.
I know he's gonna-
Others wondered if it could be Tom Holland or Chris Evans. Well, it's not Chris Evans. Chris Evans, in recent weeks, has been in Greece filming the movie
Okay,
Sacrifice.
makes
And
sense.
There's a big clue in this image that rules out the other two immediately. The Peroni
I feel like-
glass. Robert Downey Jr. has been sober. since
Oh,
2000.
okay.
Tom
Yep,
Holland
that makes
has
sense.
been
He's also sober, yeah.
2022, which
So not them.
recently talked a lot about with the release of his new
Also, like the beard, like it's gray or white.
Ain't in that pint glass. It's not going to be poured.
Which I know Robert Downey Jr. has, but he's not going to be drinking.
Also, you can barely see the pointed chin
of
this person, and it is covered in gray.
Tom does not grow a beard. He has a beard.
One, someone with gray stubble and an angular chin.
Right.
Two, someone who's slender and presumably male.
It's Dion Griffith, isn't it?
Or someone whom whoever took this photo would consider a king compared to Pedro Pascal, perhaps a reference to what Pedro Pascal and this mystery figure were joking about in this moment, and someone who would join the Fantastic Four rap party and not worry too much about being recognized. Like, in other words, this wouldn't be a major A-lister celebrity whose every move and travel activity would be tracked religiously by fans online and paparazzi.
Of course.
Like, if it were Robert Downey Jr., he would have been
everyone would know. Everyone would know he was there. Yeah.
With their cell phones. Also worth considering is the fact that on November 22nd,
that's what I'm talking about right there.
Was seen escorted from trailers to the soundstage for Fantastic Four First Steps.
Yep.
This person's head covered in a
Why would they not want you to see who it is?
This was posted to Twitter/X by user MyBand7. The person in the video seems to be male and slender with a distinct size of feet. So, after careful visual analysis,
big feet, big
this person's build, their slimness, their height, plus the mystery figure and Pedro Pascal's angular chin with gray stubble points to one person.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling, dude. I think it could be possible.
When you look at various recent images of
Shit.
Instagram, he certainly has a bit of salt in that stubble, and he has a pointed chin.
I saw him last in Bad Boys, and I was just like, it's Reed Richards.
You can also see some other videos where he seems to have the same build as a person who was escorted from the trailer.
Shit, yeah, he got some big ass feet. Damn, Reed.
Griffith hasn't posted to his Instagram since early October. He was posting more regularly earlier this year to his role.
Yeah, when I saw him in that again, I was just like, I haven't seen you forever.
Whoever took this photo, considering Dion Griffith the king, since he starred in the first two major studio Fantastic Four films, and they wanted to pay respect to him. Griffith is a known actor, but he doesn't have like a rabid following that thinks like Robert Downey Jr.
He could like probably go to Walmart and be fine, mostly. Right, yeah.
But this would also suggest that Dion Griffith has some cameo role in this film, and it can
I die, dude.
other clues we received in the Fantastic Four concept trailer footage, and a particular line in Deadpool and Wolverine.
That's right, he did mention Reed.
You leave the house, you grab your keys, hit your wallet by the door, and then you cram your wallet.
Okay, this is an ad, right? All right. They're doing this ad thing. I'm just gonna pause and tell you right now. If he is in this movie, I am going to flip shit. I'm gonna flip shit because y'all don't understand how special the Fantastic Four, like those first two movies, are to me. Growing up, I had Spider-Man, I had the X-Men, I had Fantastic Four. That's all I needed in my life. I was like, I'm good. Like, they were everything. I have the Silver Surfer DVD. You have no idea how many times I played that. I got the Silver Surfer game for the PS2. I always wanted to get the 360 version, but my 360 crapped out on me. But, like, y'all don't understand how special, like, those are my Fantastic Four. Like, this is cool, right? I'm not really sold on this cast. The only one I'm really sold on is Ebon Moss-Bachrach from The Bear. Him as Ben Grimm, 100% sold on that. The others, I gotta wait and see. But, like, even if this movie doesn't do well, even if this movie is trash, I'll be okay because I have my Fantastic Four. The ones that will always be in my heart. Ioan Gruffudd, Chris Evans, Jessica Alba, Michael Chiklis. It's my Fantastic Four forever and always. And that theme, that score, goodness.
What does a Ioan Gruffudd cameo mean for Fantastic Four First Steps? Well,
Council of Reeds.
Reed Richards, even meeting other Reed Richardses from alternate Earths,
I know.
was teased in the very first concept trailer footage that we saw at San Diego Comic-Con.
Was it?
D23.
I didn't watch it.
His Fantastic Science with Mr. Fantastic lectures the kids. Quote, this equation not only confirms alternate dimensions, it suggests that all our Earths exist on separate dimensional planes. So we are looking at a multiverse movie, and Reed is going to be the tip of that spear. Also,
he's going to be,
okay. Wolverine, Chris Evans, Johnny Storm, in The Void, mentions the Reed Richards from his universe.
Yep.
Reed called it a metaphysical junkyard. Where anything useless goes before it gets annihilated.
Like, I lost my mind during this.
He's referring to Ioan Gruffudd
because I love him so.
I'm
about to rewatch these movies again.
Reed is out there somewhere in the multiverse, and he has been studying the void.
Are they the best? No, but they're really fun and heartfelt, man. The chemistry is so good.
Sequence in the First Steps film, which would include Pedro Pascal from this film, Ioan Gruffudd from the 2005 and 2017 story,
and Miles Teller.
From
even though that movie sucked.
Film, John Krasinski from the
he should have been Reed, damn it.
Fucking Reed. And perhaps even Alex Hyde White.
I don't know about that one. That's a stretch, but.
Fantastic Four. And remember, John Krasinski's Reed Richards had this
Didn't you guys chart in the 60s?
I'm sorry.
Now, obviously, this is a callback to Strange's
course.
encyclopedic knowledge of music and who charted when, and of course the play on the foursome team name. But I've also always wondered if he might have known a read from another universe in which the Fantastic Four did exist in an alternate 1963. Now, after San Diego Comic-Con, Entertainment Weekly asked the cast of this film and director Matt Shackman about their relationship to past iterations of the cast.
People have asked me about, like, how is this different than the other ones, and I don't think it's helpful to make something in opposition to something else. You know, we're just really making our own specific thing. This is no discredit to those movies, but we're telling our very specific story. And like any great play, you know, you could like cast a play with 4 people and then recast it with 4 different people, and it's the same play, but it's a completely different experience.
Right.
But I'll leave you with this question: does investigating all of this information about Fantastic Four first steps before it comes out make you more excited or less excited? The reason I ask is
Slightly
because
more,
some
I guess.
studies have shown over the years that certain audiences and readers prefer knowing what's going to happen in the stories they consume because it changes a stressful nail-biting experience into more of an anticipatory one. In
Well,
which
that-
our long-awaited expectations are just merely fulfilled. And
That
we,
depends
human
if it
beings,
is
are
fulfilled.
psychologically coded to feel more elation from knowing the path ahead than we are when we are truly shocked and surprised by it. I don't know
Sure.
if I agree with that theory, but it does explain why so many of us go.
I mean, like, you think about Spider-Man No Way Home. I wanted to know that Tobey and Andrew was in that movie. Like, every single spoiler image or whatever leak, I was reading it, I was looking at it, because I needed to be validated that those Spider-Men that I loved, more than anything, you know, Tobey Maguire, I love Andrew too, but, like, I needed to know that we were finally going to get that moment. I couldn't leave it up to chance, up to fate that it wasn't going to happen. I needed to know for sure that it was going to happen. So I guess maybe there might be some truth to that. When it comes to this, I don't know. I'll probably forget this was a thing by the time the movie comes out.
Go into Marvel movies learning as much as we can about them, and those diehards tend to be the people who enjoy these titles the most, even
That
if
is-
some of their theories are wrong.
That is true. Like, think about it. Like, I feel like people who go in sometimes with those expectations. It depends. It's a whole conversation about expectations and tempering expectations. I'll get into that by then. Let me let him finish up here.
Comment below with your thoughts. Follow me at EA Boss. Subscribe to all 3 channels in the New Rockstars Network.
Yeah, do that.
The news coverage of everything you love. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Yeah, make sure you go over to New Rockstar, subscribe to their channels, man. I think there's some merit to, you know, tempering expectations, right? Like, you should always temper your expectations. Don't. Well, one of the main things that I disliked about people's opinion on Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is that a lot of people had expectations of this great multiverse hopping adventure when the movie never promised that. Like, it never did. It never said, yeah, we're gonna actually, you're gonna see fucking Blade, you're gonna see Ghost Rider, all these freaking other characters, you're gonna see them all in this movie, because that didn't happen, right? And a lot of people, like, I remember, like, some people have said, you know, Deadpool Wolverine is what we wanted Multiverse of Madness to be, and I'm just like, that's kind of the problem, that you walk into that movie with such high expectations that you couldn't enjoy what the movie gave you, right? Like, I had the way my mind works, right? When it came to Multiverse of Madness, I was like, okay, nothing's off the table, right? I'm gonna walk in thinking that this could happen, but I'm not gonna walk in saying I know for a fact this is going to happen. If it doesn't happen, I'll be so upset. No, I'll leave my mind open to possibilities, but ultimately that's all it is. My mind is just open to them. So that way, if it doesn't happen, I'm not gonna be freaking disappointed. I'll just be like, well, nothing ever promised that to me. I was just thinking in the back of my mind that would be cool if it did happen. Or like, if it does happen, I'll be like, oh my God, it actually happened, right? So that's how I'm going to be approaching this movie, right? Like, this movie, again, I'm not super excited for it because I already have my Fantastic Four. I do. But with this new information, with this new theory, I should say, if it is indeed young Grufford, I'll probably walk in being like, there's a possibility, there's a chance that we could see him and the other Reed Richards in here. And I'll leave that just sort of floating in the ether. But my main focus is on what this movie is giving me, right? What they've promised me, which is 60s Fantastic Four adventure, right? But if that does happen, if we do get to see young Grufford and the other Fantastic Four and the other Reed Richards and stuff, I will lose my shit. You gotta learn how to temper your expectations. So, like, I can look at this and be just fine heading into that movie. My hopes are not up. I'm just allowing that to sort of float and exist. So that way, if it happens, I can snatch it and be like, it happened! So yeah, this is interesting. It does make a whole lot of sense. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. Do you think this theory is correct? Do you think we will see the OG Reed Richards in this thing, man? Would you be interested in seeing that? Let me know which of the Fantastic Four movies is your favorite, right? Between, you can even include the one that never was officially released, right? The Roger Corman one. You know, the Tim Story movies from the 2000s, or, you know, Fan Four Stick, as I call it, that piece of trash. Let me know, man. Let me know how excited you are for Fantastic Four First Steps. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.